Hey, I'm starting a video right now, just like that. And I'm not going to introduce it. You see, I'm all verklempt and emotionally built up right now because I want to talk to my ex. Her name's Brittany. And we've gone through court stuff. And if you haven't watched any of the videos I put about court stuff, you know, it's been a bunch of hassle about my kids. They don't come over anymore. Their mom says I was crazy. I went to a psychiatrist, went through the evaluations, jumped through the hoops, and I'm a genius. But for some reason I still don't see him. Well, it's been about a month, and yes, a couple weeks ago was Mother's Day, and last week would have been a week to come back, but instead she said we're going to wait until it's back on track. So therefore it's been a month since I've seen my kids, which that's not really okay. You know, no parent who did nothing wrong should be limited the time they see their kids. If I did something wrong, I guess, but what's wrong and right, we're not going to get on that topic right now. Like, I am just trying to be a father, okay? What I want to do is I want to be part of my kids' lives. I don't see any foul in that. When their mom shows up, I want to talk to her. I want to go up to her and say, hey, can we talk? Like, instead of beating around the bush and trying to do some sneaky things and saying some things like, when you're not here, I'll say them right in front of you because you need to hear them. She needs to hear them. When I say you, it's everybody's the same person, you know? She's just got her little thing, okay? So in her head, she doesn't like me. So when she gets here, she's like, that jerk. That's what's in her head, okay? She gets here, she sees me walking up to her, saying, hey, we need to talk because this is about our kids. You know, this is important. Like, our kids don't have their dad in their life at all. You know, that doesn't make any sense. Every kid should have their parents in their life if their parents are good people. I mean, if you're a parent who has kids because you want a family, you shouldn't have that taken away unless you did something to have it taken away. And I didn't. I didn't at all. She broke up with me. Other circumstances, whatever. That doesn't include the kids. The kids should not be affected by the adult decisions. We adults make a lot of stupid decisions, and just because we're older doesn't mean we're any smarter. In fact, half of us are stupider because we've grown up thinking that adults know everything because we've got through school. We jumped through those hoops. You know what those hoops are? Qualifications. You know what qualifications are? Limits. You know what limits are? Bullshit! So, I'm going to sit out here at the end of my driveway, and if you want to, you can get your shoes on and come out, whatever. I was talking to my son Xavier on this level. So, you know, I'm going to include the fact that we are all one in every video I do, whether I'm talking about my family, whether I'm talking about the trees or the birds, because we are all one. So why would I be like, the birds and the trees, other than to separate what we call them? You know, they are words and they're things, so we've got to have titles to things so we can tell them apart. Like that right there, that's a well. You know, if we didn't have words for stuff, what would you call that? It's just a bunch of, you wouldn't say anything. If we didn't have words, we'd just be like, and we'd be all confused because most of us aren't smart enough to talk with our minds, and because most people have so many thoughts going on in their head, they don't know what's real. They don't know what's real. If you turn on the TV and think that that's real, then you're very confused. I don't want to watch a TV show. Every TV show is a made-up show. Even the news is a made-up show. They might have topics that they're talking about, but while they're talking about those topics, their opinions and those people that are doing them think that they're news reporters. You know, that news reporter, only for the half an hour that they're sitting in front of the news, are they a news reporter? Unless they get done with the news and they walk around being like, I'm a news reporter. You know, other than that, they aren't even their name. They're just a part of nature. They're natural, just like you and I. When you were born, did you have a plan? No. Did you know that maybe some things would go wrong in your life? You'd be dating someone and something comes along and changes things. Well, because those things get changed, you have to adjust. Okay, well, the way most people adjust is they run away from their problems. And what's a problem? Something that someone doesn't like, okay? Because you don't like it doesn't make it a problem. Because you think it's a problem doesn't make it bad. From what point of view is it bad for a parent, a dad, a father, to want to be involved with his children? I can't think of any vantage point where a good dad wanting to be involved with his children is a bad thing. And if anyone can point that out or how it would be, please do. And you know, I'm sorry about the way the camera's moving because I'm not really all that worried about the shot, the view, the whatever. It's not about the view. It's about making a point, because trying to qualify underneath everyone else's circumstances doesn't work. Trying to do what the courthouse says doesn't work. And why? I'm not gonna cower to any person, first of all, but like an ex who just doesn't like me and doesn't want the kids to be involved with someone who gives them the right way of thinking. You know, if you watch any video on YouTube of any person who talks about success, they tell you to untrain yourself from the way the old ways were, okay? And a lot of them say stuff like, start right now. Tell your kids they're being indoctrinated. Guess what? I did that before any videos said to say that. And because I do that, my kids don't talk to me. Because the people on the other side, their other parent, which I love them too. I have nothing wrong against my exes except the way they are with me. And I've said that 1,000 billion times. So the other parents are the ones who want to play along with the system and the indoctrination that is holding us down right now today. What are we doing today? We're listening to the government. A lot of people are sitting in their houses with masks on like a bunch of goobers. Think about it. What are we doing? Are you smart enough to understand what's going on? If you are, then wise up and do something, please, because we can't do this anymore. And we have families being torn apart, kids who don't see their parents, and kids who don't see their loving parent who actually wants to spend the time with them, learning about them. Like, it gets very awkward and difficult sometimes. Like when I'm with my family or with my son especially, I'm like, what do you want to do? And it's very hard for a kid to decide what they want to do because they're not given that option. When you give them that option, they're like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Aren't you supposed to tell me? You're the parent. You're supposed to tell me what to do. And then when I think about all the things they tell the parents to do for the kids, is a bunch of crap that they want you to say to your kids so that they grow up to be good model citizens. I don't want good model citizens. What's a good model citizen? Someone who saves the money for their 401k, which is no longer existing? No, it's time for life to change. It's time for people to really be smart. Think about what they're doing and think about the people included. Instead of having your own, your ego, I don't even have a freaking ego. I don't care. Like, I'm not Dan Alexander, but I am. That's my name, yes. But I'm way more than anything I ever thought I was. And way more than anything anyone will ever think that I am. And that's fine. No one has to think anything of me. I don't have to think anything of me. And most people don't think much of themselves. But once you start thinking about yourself a little bit and realizing who you truly are deep down, you'll be mind blown. So, I'm just sort of waiting for my ex to get here because I think it's time to try. And like, I sometimes get a little worked up because when I just want to talk to somebody to make some sense to them, be like, hey, we need to talk because this is important. And then their personal problems, they're not good at talking. They'll put up their window and they'll be like, oh, he was a jerk to me. And here they are here, coming up, right, see, there they are. We'll see how this works out. Is that them? I think it is them. Oh, it is them. Let's see if she'll talk. I hope so. I'm gonna try. It's a good chance. As long as I say, hey, can we talk? I'm gonna try, but she'll probably just peel out. But I ain't gonna anticipate the outcome because you never know. Hey! What's up, dude? Been a long time. I ain't seen you in a long time. This girl too.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Jancy.
Oh, butterfly.
I want to try to talk to your mom, but I don't want to be mean, and just want to have a nice conversation. Can we talk for a minute?
No.
Why not?
I'm recording.
I'm recording myself. Hello? Yeah. Hello, I just want to talk to you nicely for our kids' sake. So won't even say, I don't want to talk to you. Okay. That's about as exciting as I thought it would be.